Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Paul Andrews, and it will be my privilege and pleasure to be your Master of Ceremonies for the 2016 Wayne State University Athletic Hall of Fame ceremony. I welcome each of you to the 41st Annual Athletic Hall of Fame celebration. Today's event is a wonderful opportunity to showcase the very best of Wayne State athletics, and it gives us great pleasure to have all of you here in this delightful occasion with us. You should know that the Department of Athletics is moving toward the 100th anniversary. The information at your seat will direct you to the department website, where you can review significant moments in Wayne State athletic history and share your own memories. We encourage you to engage in the process as we move toward celebrating our centennial.
Well, thank you. Well, good morning, everyone. It's always great to be here. Now, unfortunately, Jacqueline and I will have to leave early. We've got a flight to Los Angeles in a couple of hours. So there's something called the Capital Campaign you might have heard about that we're in the middle of. So got to go out and raise some money. But it's really great to be here for a little while, and we'll probably be able to stay through lunch. So, and then Gary Paula should be here, and we'll be, he's the chair of the board, so he'll take over my duties. We're here to celebrate our newest inductees to the Athletics Hall of Fame, and just want to let you know you make us all very, very proud. Through your many athletic accomplishments and your academic excellence, you embody the university's official motto, aim higher. Where there were expectations, you exceeded them. Where there were records, you broke them. You showed the people around you and us here today that anything is possible if you apply yourself wholly and passionately. The lessons you learned in the classrooms undoubtedly helped your career, but the lessons from competition, how to strive for excellence and support your teammates, how to win magnanimously and lose graciously, how to give everything you've got when everything is on the line. Those lessons will serve you a lifetime. All of these 6 inductees are in their first year of eligibility for the Hall of Fame since they completed their college career in the spring of 2010. You could say that we've just been waiting for them for this moment. In the 2016 Hall of Fame class, we have professional players. We have a professional coach. Some of you are currently pursuing advanced degrees or have already obtained one. In short, we have nothing but the best, and I am so impressed by all of you. You are in good company in Wayne State's Athletic Hall of Fame. Today, you are joining a very distinguished and growing class of Wayne State players and coaches whose accomplishments are so exceptional, we want them to be remembered for many years to come. The Hall of Fame, Class of 2016 inductees, will bring the membership total to more than 230. Members include Olympians, conference, regional, and national champions, former professional athletes, coaches, administrators, and individuals who have demonstrated a major personal interest in Wayne State's athletic programs. Each of you excelled, not only on the field, but in the classroom, in the community as well. You led by example, and our current student athletes are working hard to follow in your footsteps. In the fall semester, they averaged a cumulative GPA of 3.15. That includes 21 student athletes with a perfect 4.0 term GPA. I tell my cabinet all the time that we should recruit all student athletes for the student body at Wayne State with those kind of statistics. And they set a school record last year with more than 10,000 community service hours. To the new inductees, you've been out of school for at least a few years, and you've had a chance to test the value of your Wayne degree. Now, judging from the feedback we get from employers, They tell us that Wayne State graduates are better prepared for the world than many of their peers from other unnamed schools. But I would say this is doubly true of our student athletes, because the same discipline and commitment you applied in your athletic endeavors will put you on a path to success in all walks of life. We hope that you'll share your Wayne State stories with your friends, families, and colleagues. You are the university's best ambassadors. When others look at your success, they see very plainly the value of a Wayne State experience. So thank you all for giving Wayne State your very, very best efforts. You are truly an inspiration. Thank you very, very much.
Hello, my name is Gary Pollard, and I understand President Wilson was here with us earlier, so I missed him. I understand he's taking a flight out to California to raise some money. As chair of the board, I will say amen. I want you to know, since the president is here and I can't embarrass him, I feel that education and athletics go hand in hand like hand in glove. So we're here today to celebrate our athletic program and certain athletes. But I want you to know, from an old track guy and football guy, I never made it this far. And the athletes didn't make it themselves. They're here today because they had support from family, faculty, staff, and community folks, parents and grandparents. So I want to let you know that it is my honor today to come before you and speak for a minute. I understand we have 6 former student athletes and their families who are with us, and I say thank you and congratulations to all of you who support them. Give yourselves a round of applause, please. To all of you, thank you for choosing Wayne State for your educational and athletic endeavors. While the origins of your recognition today are based upon the success on the field, in the pool, on the court, your academic pursuits are also applauded and laudable.
Thanks, Gary. Appreciate you coming in here. And certainly, Governor Pollard's a big supporter of the athletic department. Many times he'll just show up in the athletic department on a weekend. You'll be in there and you'll knock on the door, and he'll have a friend or somebody that he wants to show around, and certainly appreciate his support. I know his wife, Pearl Ann, is usually around at all the games, and she'll come up to me, and this was back when they were doing the search for the president, and she said, "Rob, we found the perfect guy for you." I wanted to remind her that I was already married, but I said, "Oh, the perfect guy." She goes, "This president is great." She says, he was a student athlete, and certainly the president's support and what Governor Pollard has done has certainly elevated the athletic department. I see all the bright lights, and I just wonder where all the people are going sometimes. I mean, literally hundreds and hundreds of cars with people, all seemingly going in some direction for some purpose, always going to some other different place. You know, at Wayne State, we're kind of at the crossroads of all these freeways, and literally thousands and thousands of people pass by our campus every day. But some stop by. And those that stop by, their life is changed forever. You can look at just the class of 2016, but also the people that are assembled in this group. Their life has been changed by Wayne State. You know, when I was looking at the class of 2016, there were some unique traits about it that stuck out. First of all, the geography of them. 3 of them come from different continents. There's 5 different countries represented. They've all literally traveled thousands and thousands of miles to be here. None of them are from the city, but all of them are part of Detroit. There's some other characteristics beyond the nuance of geography, and they relate around the number 5. 2 of them wore the number 5. One won 5 individual national titles. 2 of them won 5 conference titles their senior year. And one is only one of 5 student athletes in the long history of fencing to be a multiple national champion in an individual weapon. You know, the other interesting thing is this is the only class in the 41 that we've ever inducted that all played in the same period of time. And you can see the impact on the athletic department by the fact that of the 5 best seasons ever in the history of that NACDA Cup that Paul just talked about, 4 of them came in the years that they played. Do you know there's people that study numbers? I'm not talking about CFOs and accountants. There's actually people that study numbers and tell you characteristics of them. And the number 5 is kind of significant. It stands for dynamic action. It stands for movement. It's an equal blend of female and male characteristics. The number 4, by contrast, is static and inflexible. I've met some 4s. I like the 5s better. I'm going to illustrate to you today how this group of 6 represented that number 5, how they added a dynamic appeal to the department. It not only changed athletics, but it changed their life too. In a few years, the university is going to celebrate 150 years, and the athletic department is going to turn 100. In that period of time, there has been a number of student athletes who have found Wayne State as a destination point and a starting point. And along that way, they have been impacted by their experiences here, not just academically, but what they've learned athletically. You know, the road for this Hall of Fame class has been somewhat torturous, but they found home here at Wayne State. Back in 1804, Judge Woodward laid out the city of Detroit, how the streets would work. He modeled his idea after Washington, a hub or a center with the streets like spokes coming out from it. In fact, if you go down to Campus Marshes today, to the Woodward Fountain, you'll see a little description embedded in the rock marking that spot. And you'll never guess how many roads he designed leading out of the city. 5. Gratiot, Jefferson, Grand River, Michigan, and Woodward. 5. 5 leading out, which took great ideas and accomplishments and things that Detroit brought to the world, but also coming back that brought those same opportunities for people that were looking for them. You know, the Hall of Fame class has a lot of highway still in front of them, but they're going to benefit by the fact that they got their start at Wayne State. And also, now they're always welcome back because, well, this too is home. The only difference is this home is a little bit more enlarged today. Today it includes them in the Hall of Fame. Congratulations. Ryan LaPensee's, before any of the other inductees, knew he wanted to come to Wayne State. He had gone to camps and clinics when he was younger and fell in love with the school. This is where he wanted to play baseball. He had committed to Wayne State before you could even commit to it. You know, I was talking to Coach Alexander, who was the coach at the time, and he said, Ryan LaPensee's had everything. He could hit, he could run, he could throw, but most of all, he had enthusiasm. He had passion. He had a love of the game. You can't teach that. And did I say hit? You know, there's two types of statistics. The statistics you can look up and the statistics you can make up. The latter part follow the presidential debates. Ryan LaPensee was a .401 career hitter. Only one other student athlete in the history of baseball has ever been over 400. And these marks, well, these marks are all career records. 297 hits, 386 total bases, 50 doubles, 195 runs scored, 696 at-bats. Phenomenal records. Ryan LaPensee was such a good hitter, he was intentionally walked many times in batting practice. He was at his best in the big games. He was a two-time first-team All-GLIAC selection. He was a All-Region selection 3 times. But you know, most people can pad their stats against opposition that isn't so good. Ryan was at his best against the best. In 2008, when we came within 1 game of going to the College World Series, in that NCAA regional, Ryan batted .594. In the championship game against Ashland, when we won the conference tournament, after being down early 6-0, he hit 2 2-run homers. Wayne State come back to win the game 7-6. His coach said that if Ryan LaPensee doesn't get to come to Wayne State and play baseball, he'll be one of the saddest kids in the world. Well, there were not too many sad days when Ryan LaPensee played baseball for us. And in fact, we're all happy that today he's going into the Hall of Fame. Ryan is here with his wife and his small boy. By the way, his boy, I think, is 9 months old. His name is Jet. He just committed to Wayne State. So we're beat his dad. So
It gives me great pleasure to present Mr. Ryan LaPensee for induction into the Wayne State University Athletic Hall of Fame.
Thank the Wayne State Athletic Department for holding this event, keeping the tradition alive. It's great to see. I think it's without question that what Rob has done and the staff has done, they've set a template for success in athletics, and I'm really looking forward to the future here at Wayne State University. My time here, I worked as a student athlete while playing baseball, so I can attest to how beastly the other honorees are. You know, getting to see Joik score all those touchdowns, Elena, Ashley, and Collie just torching people in the pool, and Slava just destroying opponents. I mean, it was a great thing to see. I did actually work as well while I was there. I didn't just watch them. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the inflatable W that they put in the end zone there. I did save it a couple times from flying away, so that I definitely did take care of that. So, but all jokes aside, baseball definitely has given me the opportunity. Memories over the years that still left me in awe at times. I traveled all over this continent, played in front of family, friends. It's just so surreal to me. The bond of competition, it has presented me with friendships that will last a lifetime. I wanted to personally shout out Paul Lamantia, Caleb Dahlman, JJ Shinnick, former teammates of mine. Stand up. Thanks for coming, guys. All those guys right there, they play such a role in my life and my family's life, and it means the world to me that you're here and sharing that with me. And looking at today, reflecting on you know, what we did as teammates and the accomplishments we had so much talent and it was just so impressive in the way that we came together. We held each other accountable. That was the biggest thing, and it's something that it sticks with me still today. And I think that mindset, it truly stemmed from a coaching staff that had a clear and concise message. My first 2 years here, Coach Alexander was our head coach, and then my final 2 years, Coach Kelly was our coach. If you know the two individuals, very vastly different individuals, but they share the same goal, and they want to see people be leaders on and off the field. I want to thank the coaching staff for the impact you had on my life, volunteering your time selflessly for the players so that we could achieve our goals and dreams. And lastly, I want to thank my family, friends for all their support over the years. My mom and dad, coming to America, sometimes it scared us. We're Canadian, so we were a little fearful at times, but we made the trips and we did what we could. My little sister, she let me chase her around all the time when we were little, working on my agility. Never could catch her, she's really quick. My in-laws just bring me into the family, always making me feel welcome. Thank you so much. I love you guys. And lastly, to my beautiful wife, I'm very fortunate to say that I did marry my best friend. She's my rock. Baseball at times brought us very far apart, and she's always on the phone, always encouraging me, and it's just something that I truly I love you, babe, and always will. And she gave me the best gift I could have ever received in our son Jet 10 months ago. So he's a handful, but I love him to death, and learning a lot about fatherhood now. And I'm very excited for, when he's older and if we have future children, that I can kind of gloat and say, look how fast your dad used to be. So thank you very much, and I'm very honored and humbled. Appreciate it.